Chap and Teeny punched their ticket to the land this year by placing top 3 in FNCS last season, and in today's video, we're going to break down how they continue to build off that strong performance by winning this duo Cash Cup with ease. Chap and Teeny are landing at the Nitro Dome POI. Unfortunately, though, at the recording of this video, the bow has been vaulted, so there is some of these things that are still not in competitive. They are contested off spawn, and Chap gets things started by getting a knock, but unfortunately ends up going down, but Teeny is quickly there to easily support, allowing them to claim the medallion and the bow. Later in the mid-game, Chap and Teeny are playing aggressive onto a team that is boxed up. Due to the fact of the mythic bow, they just infinitely pressure this team, and as they try to disengage, Teeny is going to get a pickup onto one as the other person in this duo ends up getting taken out by a third party. Chap and Teeny then play aggressive onto that third party, and it turns out they are incredibly weak, so after Teeny gets a white tag, both him and his duo Chap eventually get in and pick up these eliminations, which we unfortunately cannot see due to the replay bug. Chap and Teeny once again decide to third party multiple teams around the underworld and are going to start off with an easy elimination due to the bow. He is then going to clean up this duo as that very weak opponent tries to disengage. However, Teeny is hot on his tail and he's able to pick up this elimination. Chap now is going to get involved as he picks up an elimination that we can't see due to the replay bug, and then this next opponent tries to disengage, even offering the medallion. However, Chap does not care as he flies directly on top of the opponent and then uses Nitro to get in and clean up this duo. They now run into another fellow professional duo, and Chap is going to start off the fight with a ton of shotgun damage. However, eventually he ends up catching Fast Hiroki off guard here after using the Nitro to get in the box and get some piece control and clean up this elimination, and Rob nearly ends up taking out Teeny here. However, they play so well together that even if Teeny had gone down here, Chap would have been able to easily clean up this weak opponent. They continue to W key and actually run into another professional team. However, Chap is going to get a very huge knock here after doing some damage and nearly going down, but hitting a nice pre-fire, and then Teeny, even on low HP, is going to get an easy elimination onto Fanayan with good movement, thus wrapping up this engagement. They continue W keying and run into Trulex and get a free elimination onto him as he disengaged, and then they're going to use the Nitro here to team up onto Chico, getting another free duo wipe. Before the endgame actually starts, Chap is going to get a free elimination onto this solo, timing exactly where he's going to be, and then using the Nitro to break the builds and get in. Look how much this team is above Storm Surge, and they're not going to stop W keying. They get a free elimination with the bow, and then Chap is going to eventually get in using the Nitro to easily wipe this duo. A little later on, they decide to do a drop down play, and this works to perfection as they get a nice pickup onto Flixie by Chap, and then Teeny is going to eventually go through all of these old builds and clean up this duo after picking up Vico. It's now time for the endgame, and Chap gets them established on the dead side of zone, and Teeny is once again going to use the overpowered bow to get a free elimination. However, they've played so well up to this point, he doesn't need to even get that refresh. This time now, Teeny is the one that actually gets them established, and you can tell their plan is to play for height. They use the mythic crossbow here to grief heart. You can easily tell what their plan is after establishing front side by Teeny. He immediately looks up to height and decides to use his mythic crossbow here to grief height and burn their materials. They also do a nice material split, which makes sure that they have an even amount so that they can go up to high ground and coordination. However, things don't go according to plan as Chap actually unfortunately ends up getting dropped down here, but Teeny quickly gets to him to support, and they are still looking to play aggressive on height. They both end up popping Flowberry Fizz, and then they decide to make a fantastic height play as they both end up hitting nice jumping shots onto Height Team Cammy and Seti, and eventually Chap is going to get this elimination onto Cammy as Teeny stays up and establishes the high ground, thus wrapping up this height take. you would expect, they're going to easily be able to hold this high ground for the rest of the game, and this is due to the fact that they have the crossbow. Any team this late in the game does not have the materials to challenge, and the crossbow puts so much pressure onto the lobby that there is no way that they can lose this game. So Teamy initially tarps ahead while Chap sits on the backside and looks for eliminations with his SMG, and as Teeny slowly tarps them in, placing his mythic crossbow, wreaking havoc on the entire lobby. This strategy obviously pays off as they end up picking up a couple more eliminations and easily wrapping up this victory royale for an insane 27 elimination victory royale in the Duo Cash Cup finals. In today's VOD review, we learned the importance of playing together and supporting your teammates, and obviously how to take high ground, but I think the biggest takeaway, we see why the Mythic Crossbow was voted and its overpowered ability to continually pressure opponents, making high takes easy and impacts in mid-game and endgame easy as well. Well guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope that you guys did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. And I hope I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.